fun time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Hernan Gomez, Parker out there with Medu, and it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot. And the home team has possession. Pass to Vezenkov. Oh, good with the triple. Satoransky against Fournier. Hernan Gomez kicks to Satoransky. Here's Medu. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. It's tipped. Outside Fournier. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Started by Fournier. Takes the 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Vezenkov inside. Clock at 6. Fall passes to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Satoransky. That's a 2 from Parker. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Here's Papanikolaou. It's Fournier on the wing. Plays it up off the glass. Fournier's got 5. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
A three-pointer off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Medu, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that out.
Here's Vezenkov. Fires for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Vezenkov's got his second basket.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Vezenkov's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. He's guarded by Fournier. To the paint. Here's Hernan Gomez. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pep.
Here's Papanikolaou, covered by Parker.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
He's guarded by Fournier. 1:19 left in the first quarter. Pass to Medu. And it's Parker in the corner. Here's Medu. Fall with the rebound. Here's Vezenkov. He has 6.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Down low. There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Parker. And it's good off the back rim and in. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. It's Fournier on the wing. And he slams it one-handed.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Satoransky. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Papanikolaou. Fournier dishes to Papanikolaou. One-on-one here. Parker's shot is off.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Up by 9. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
They've got Anderson. And it's Lapro-Vitola in at the point. Vesely passes to Lapro-Vitola. The 3. It's hauled in by Dorsey.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Evans, good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. Oh, man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Launches a 3. Fall with the rebound. Knocked loose. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Anderson passes to Vesely. Here's Lapro-Vitola. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lapro-Vitola's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Lapro-Vitola's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. Evans feeling it out a bit. Pass to Dorsey. Back to Evans. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Evans has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Anderson taking 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Pass to Peters. Driving in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Peters has got his first bucket in this one.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight. Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Evans, it's tipped. And here we go. Hits the three-point bomb. Abrinas has got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Evans kicks to Peters. Back to Evans. Shot clock at 5. Takes it inside. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Abrinas. Hands it from downtown. Abrinas has got 8 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
First team foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2, number 77.
He hits both from the stripe. 1:53 left in the first half. And here's Anderson for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. 5 points in the game.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Beyond the arc. He Peters with the bucket.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Throws it up high.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Dorsey. Off target from outside. Here's Provitola. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Provitola's got 6 here in this quarter.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Evans. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. Evans has gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. 43 seconds left to play here in the half. That one goes in.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Dorsey to the wing on the left. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Peters with the bucket. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. There's a good screen. Anderson passes to Vesely to the left wing. Here's Abrinas. He's got 10. Sinks the three-pointer. Abrinas has got 13 points. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
There's the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thank you for being with us. Now,
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3-side. Rebound by Parker. Medu is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the 1. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The tray. Satoransky gets the bucket. Satoransky's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Here's Papanikolaou. Satoransky covering. Just 5 on the clock. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Outside Fournier. Little over a minute gone here in the second half.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Well, that's just poor transition defense. He's too good a shooter to leave open out there.
Pass to Vizenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. To the wing right side. Driving to the basket. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Satoransky, the pass to Medu. A 3-ball. Here's Vezenkov. 8 points for him. Satoransky covering. No good on that one.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Parker kicks to Satoransky. He's guarded by Fournier. Good on the three-point shot. 11 points in the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Fall. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And they're moving it up. Pulls up for 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
2 minutes.
Left side Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou, covered by Parker to stop the run. Pass to Vezenkov. Here's the 3. Satoransky grabs the miss. And it falls over the rim and in.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
3-pointer bangs on the trifecta. Vezenkov's got 11.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Satoransky in the corner. Parker passes to Satoransky. He's guarded by Fournier. 6 to shoot. A second chance effort. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Satoransky's gone 1 of 4 so far. 44 seconds left to play in the third.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
To the middle. Parker outside. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's Vezenkov. 11 points in the game. Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov. It could go. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 10. And time for the short break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
They've got Fall, and it's Anderson in at the small forward. The lead now cut to single digits.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Abrinas, the pass to Laprovitola. Back to Abrinas. Lets it fly from 18. The shot, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Anderson outside. Vesely dishes to Anderson. A 3. And then Vesely with the dunk.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. The shot by Evans, nobody around. Drills the three-pointer.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. The offensive rebound. Pass to Lapro Vitola. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Substitution for the away team. Parker. Cody.
And here's Evans. Launches a three. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Abrinas. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
No problems knocking that one down.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's the screen. Parker outside. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Here's Evans, and there's the drive.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
And Vesely slams it in.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. From deep, Evans. Pass to Dorsey. There's the triple. And the 3 ball is good. Dorsey's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Now, here's Vesely. Parker kicks to Abrinas. This one for 3. From downtown, and it's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
There's the drive, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that. Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Here's Evans. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Here's Fall. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
To the paint. Pass to Vesely. 5 to shoot. Fires for 3. Traps in the tray.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. This win is such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And that one's good. Zincon.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Smits. Out to the right wing. Here's Larkin. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Vezinkov. Takes it inside. To the right side. 4 on the clock. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. The three-pointer off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Larkin passes to Nora. Pass to Thompson. Here's Smits. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Papanikolaou. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Thompson against Fournier. Thompson, no good. Here's Papanikolaou. Fournier for 3. Sinks it from distance.
No fear, and Evan Fournier pulling the trigger from outside the arc. That range, impressive.
And they call an illegal screen here.
They have to figure out a way to lock down the ball and stop giving it away. You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Fournier. And he makes it on the layup. Fournier's got 5.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here's Larkin. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now, and he drops the first. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
The shot by Vezinkov, no good.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Here's Larkin. 5 points in the game. Pass to Nora. Here's Smits. Here's Nora. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baseline try. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Got a piece of it. They get it back. Here's Vezinkov. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter here. Out to the right wing. Lets the 3 fly. His 6th miss of the game. Just 2 for 8 now. And they're on the run. And it's blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
35 seconds left in the first quarter. Fournier for three. And it doesn't fall for him. Made two, missed two now. Poke loose. Bryant, the pass to Willis. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Pass to Vezenkov. And here's the fast break.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
The steal. Here's Bobois. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Up 5. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
They've got Johnson, and it's Poirier in at the center position. Here's Evans.
Out of bounds.
On Monday, then on Friday. And here's Bryant. Still no points. Johnson on the wing. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Poirier. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Johnson.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
They've got Johnson, and it's Bryant in at the 2. Pass to Dorsey. Over Bryant. The shot by Dorsey, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Poirier passes to Willis. Now Bryant. Here's Bobois. They set the screen. It's tipped. Robbed. Here's Poirier. Banked it in off the glass. Poirier's got 6.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
With the drive, and he goes in for the dunk.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Here's Bryant. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Bryant's got his first 2 points of the night.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Dorsey. And it's all from three-point range. From deep, Johnson. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Knocks down the long J.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Willis.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the first half. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Covered by Johnson. Yep, that one's good.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Here's Beaubois. Wide open. Can't hit that one.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
On the take, and he dunks it down.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Johnson on the wing. Poirier passes to Johnson. And that one's good. Johnson's got 5 points now this quarter. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Peters. The 3 is up. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Willis. Wide open look. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Willis has got 6.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
Here's Dorsey. No points so far. Launches it from deep. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They're up by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's Larkin. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the tray. Give him 8.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Fournier against Thompson. Here's Vizinkov. Hits the trifecta.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Vizinkov's got 2 of his 6 shots to fall from outside. Thompson against Fournier. Nora pass to Larkin.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Smits. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Oturu. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And here is Fournier. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Smits. Pass to Larkin. Shot clock at 5. Here's Smits. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Fournier with the ball. To the left wing. Here's Vizinkov. He buries it from 3. Vizinkov's got 11 points.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
The 3 from Thompson. No good that time.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Here's Fournier. And he banks in the layup. He has 7.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
There's the drive. Larkin passes to Nora. Pass to Smits. Here's Nora. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go. Nora's got his second basket. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Outside Fournier. Fires the 3. That shot is off. Thompson left side. To the left side wing.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Smits. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
From the arc. The shot by Vezenkov, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Fall.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Thompson against Fournier. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter, and that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Vezenkov. Nails it from 3. Vezenkov's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's starting to pick it up from downtown. Made just 1 in the first half, but he's drained 3 more since.
On the wing, Thompson. Fournier covering. 58 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. Well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
At the line for the away team.
And he can't hit the second.
3 shots.
And he nails the third. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball passes to Fournier. Fires from deep. Maturu with the rebound. Fournier's gone 1 for 4 from distance. Here's Larkin. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Smits. Offensive rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Fournier against Thompson. Here's Vezenkov. Launches it. Oturu with the rebound. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It's a jump ball.
Outside Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. Thompson with the block. And we've reached the end of the third. Leading by 9. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Peters, no good. Peters has gone 1 for 3 on the night. They've got Johnson, and it's Poirier in at the 5 spot. Here's Willis, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Dorsey. That 3's off the mark. In transition, and here's Bryant outside. Doesn't go for him. From downtown, hits a 3-pointer. Dorsey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Since halftime, they've been chucking up more shots from beyond the arc, trying to score in chunks.
Out to the wing. question. Powered it down.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Here's Willis. From outside, off the mark. The three. Offensive rebound. Pass to Evans. They set the pick. Takes it inside. And the three-pointer goes.
Credit the hard work coming back. They're doing their best to steal this game.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Poirier's gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight. Here's Peters. And the powerful one-handed slam.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Here's Willis. Pass to Poirier. 5 on the clock. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
You have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Here's Peters. Pass to Dorsey.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Dorsey's got 7 points for the quarter.
You have to love their intensity right now, getting hot at the perfect time.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Johnson passes to Bryant. Pass to Poirier. Now Johnson. Shot is up. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter to take the lead. Tipped. Here's Willis. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2.
Willis. 2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, this game has the feel that it could come down to the wire, so that is just the kind of success they need to have at the foul line.
Here's Evans. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Fall.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Vizenkov. And he drives in. Yeah!
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch. Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Evans, defended by Thompson. Pass to Fall. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth.
Money! Oh, excellent work inside. Once he saw that mismatch, he took it right to the rim.
And the visitors call time here. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Substitution on the court.
The visitors with the ball. Here he goes. Johnson for three. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so they get the victory here at home.
Welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Thompson, and it's Smits in at the 4. Here's Oturu. Here's Nora. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Fires the 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Smits passes to Nora. Bobois for the 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
That's a 2 from Parker. No good from the wing.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by Parker. Here's Smits. Pass to Nora. 6 on the shot clock. And the wing jumper offline.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Hernan Gomez with a screen on Thompson. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter basketball. From outside the arc, the rebound by Medu. He's covered by Thompson. Hernan Gomez a screen. Pass to Medu. Here's Satoransky. Drills it from outside. It's all knotted up. Satoransky's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Stolen by Satoransky. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Thompson. Now Satoransky. He's covered by Thompson. Shot clock at 6. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Bobois against Satoransky. Smits. Off target from three-point range. And here's the fast break. It's Parker outside. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
The three from Beaubois. Buries it from three-point range. Beaubois got 6.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Medu. Lets it go from deep. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Smits. From outside, off the mark. Here's the screen. And stolen by Thompson. Beaubois outside. From past the arc. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
He's covered by Thompson. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Thompson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Smits passes to Beaubois. Out left to the wing. Oturu's shot is off. Shot and game clock separated by 5. He's covered by Beaubois. Pass to Medu. There's a screen. Satoransky in the corner. Over Thompson. And it's Smith with the rebound. Here's Beaubois. 1 second left. And the layup is up and in. He's got 11. And we reached the end of the first quarter. They lead by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
They've got Fall, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the 1 spot. They set the pick. Back to Bryant. Shot clock at 5. Over Anderson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Larkin out there with Bryant. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Willis. And it's Poirier in at the 5 spot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
2 shots.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Johnson surveying the floor. It's good from in tight. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Lapro Vitola. Scoreless thus far. It's stolen by Johnson. Lets the 3 fly. A 3-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Abrinas the pass to Fall. Anderson outside. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. 3-pointer, Willis sinks the triple. Willis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from 3-point range this quarter.
Johnson kicks to Larkin. Pass to Poirier. Here's Larkin. Outside, Willis. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review.
First team foul.
Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Pass to Bryant. Fires from way outside. Larkin can't get it to go.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Here's Abrinas, and it's blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. 5 on the clock. With the drive, and he jams it with authority.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
First half, 2 minutes.
Johnson outside. Outside, Willis. On the wing, Bryant. Willis with a screen on Anderson. And here's Bryant outside. It's hauled in by Laprovitola.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Abrinas with the bucket.
And what were they thinking, leaving 3 guys, like 3 open on the perimeter? They got what they asked for.
Larkin looking it over. Now, here's Willis. He's tightly guarded. From deep, Johnson. Abrinas with a rebound. Here's Laprovitola. Still without a basket. 1:03 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Abrinas. Connects from three-point range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
On Sunday, then on Thursday.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And here's Johnson outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half. And then Vesely with the dunk.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Outside, Willis. It's good from long range. Willis has got his second bucket tonight.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Anderson passes to Vesely. 15 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Shots good by Laprovitola.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Larkin kicks to Willis. Got a hand on it. And so out of bounds it goes. No keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
The visitors with the ball. From deep, Beaubois. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So we reached the end of the first half of play. They lead by 6. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
For as bad as they've been inside, I can't believe it's this close. I hope coach is letting them know.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Medu is out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Here's Smits. Nothing on the board. Back to Beaubois. Clock at 6. Pass to Smits. Takes the 3. The rebound by Anadolu.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
They've got Thompson, and it's Nora in at the small forward position. Parker's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Smits. Trains it from beyond the arc.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Ron Gomez with a screen on Thompson. Lets it go with the 3. Oturu with the rebound. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Nora, the pass to Oturu. Pass to Smits. Here's Nora. Buries the long-range jumper. Nora's got 5.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
A fadeaway. And it's Smith with the rebound. Smits has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thompson from long range. Nailed from three-point land. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. He's covered by Thompson. Drives to the hoop. Chalk up 2 there.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Pass to Smits. Here's Nora. Count that one. 7 points in the game.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
He's covered by Thompson. Down low. Hernan Gomez finds Parker. Beaubois for 3. Smits. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Sadaransky up top. He's covered by Beaubois.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Stripped it away.
And how about the anticipation? Just sniffed that one out, knew exactly when to make the move.
Oturu, the pass to Nora. Fires the 3. Good on the triple.
Jordan and Nora.
Nora's got 10.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And there it is for him.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Beaubois outside. To the inside. Thompson outside. Just 5 on the clock. With the shot. Rebound by Parker.
Defense got to roll the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Oturu with the rebound.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Pass to Smits. Three-pointer. No good that time. Parker outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 13. They swipe it. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up 10. We're going. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Fall, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the point. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Abrinas. And the 3 off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Bryant from the arc. Drains the three-pointer.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Lapro Vitola.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Here's Abrinas. Off target with his 3. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Larkin kicks to Johnson. Good D by Anderson.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Here's Lapro Vitola. And a miss there on the triple. Johnson dishes to Bryant. Misses the 3. Bryant's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Here's Lapro Vitola. Hits it from three-point range.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
The 3. Larkin can't get it to go. Larkin's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Lapro Vitola. Anderson outside, inside. Pass to Abrinas. They set the screen. That 3 off the mark. Abrinas has gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go, around 37%. Here's Larkin. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got 4 rebounds in this game. Anderson passes to Abrinas. Back to Anderson. Here's Abrinas. Launches it, and it's denied. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Thompson, he's checked in for Larkin. Sadaransky's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Johnson from outside. Hands it from downtown.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out
here. Knocked away, and that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside, Willis. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Bryant finds Johnson. Good, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. That's now 8 points for Johnson. What a difference in this crowd right now.
That's how you silence a building.
From deep, buries the long-range jumper.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
There's a screen by Willis. Bryant gets a wide open look, trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Stolen by Satoransky. Takes a three. Johnson with the rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson from long range. The three from Bryant, and that one is off. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
Well, they'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
From deep three-point territory, Fall with the rebound. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And in the...
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Vezenkov. Fires for three. Here's Papanikolaou. Covered by Satoransky. 5 to shoot. Fournier for three. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, Fournier did a great job. He waited for that window to open. Took advantage.
Fournier covering. Puts up a three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Vezenkov. Driving to the basket. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Back to Parker. And there's a 3-second violation.
3-second violation. The ball goes to the away team.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And he comes up with a bucket.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Satoransky outside. Jacks up a three. Unable to get that one.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Papanikolaou. Three-pointer, no good. Lets it go from deep. Parker, and that's good.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, when no one's on you, great shot there.
It's deflected. And they're pushing it up. From behind the arc. Shot's good by Satoransky.
One of the ways to get a great look from the three-point line is when you're on a fast break. The defense simply lost him.
Back to Fournier. Lets the three fly. Buries it from three. Fournier's got 6.
How about Fournier? The aggressive answer, 3 of his own.
Fournier's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Yeah, guys, Coach mentioned how Domantas Sabonis can be a game wrecker in the paint. Coach told me we need to get big bodies on Sabonis and force him outside, make him move around. We need to knock him off the blocks if we can. So it sounds like the defensive game plan may revolve around Sabonis, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. To the paint. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Fournier out there as a floor spacer, someone who's going to stretch out the defense and give everybody room to operate, make their jobs a little bit easier.
Fournier hits them both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pure from three-point range. He's got 9.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Fall. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Assist from Papanikolaou.
Here's Satoransky. There's a screen by Metu. Inside. Back to Satoransky. From the wing. That one no good.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Over to the wing. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Driving inside, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you. Now Now with 2 fouls here in the first quarter, everything changes for him. He's got to be more careful on defense.
51 seconds left to play in the first.
Home team foul. Parker. First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 48 seconds left now in the first quarter. Over to the left wing. Here's Papanikolaou. And a two-handed jam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Fournier for three. Offensive board. Tipped. Fournier covering. Pass to Satoransky. There's a screen by Metu. Three-pointer. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking along. Don't go away. We'll be back with these. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Evans. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Evans has got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
From deep. Rebounded by Evans. The three. Here's Peters. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pass to Evans. Here's Dorsey. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Sends it home from three-point land.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Knocks it down from distance. He has 6.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
This one for 3. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Vesely. Out left to the wing. 4-3. Sinks it from distance.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Out to the right wing. Here's Peters. Down low. It's picked off. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. And it's rejected.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Home team foul. Vesely. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's a minute 54 left in the second quarter.
First personal foul.
Monday, then on Thursday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
So it's the home team now. It's a 5-point game. There's a screen. All sorts of time. Good as the jump shot falls. 1:43 left in the first half of this game. Here's Evans. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to Fall. There's a minute 17 left in the second period. He drops it from range.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Evans. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Vesely. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
The shot by Evans, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
To the inside. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
27 seconds left in the first half. Here's Peters. Just 5 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the half. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Willie Hernan-Gomez is out there with Chemezi Metu. And it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. It's good.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Fournier covering. And he lays it up and in. 14 points for him.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Satoransky's gone 1 of 5 from three-point territory. Here's Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fournier. For 3. Here's Vezinkov. That three's off the mark. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. It's hauled in by Fall.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Vezinkov. A deep three. All no good.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Parker, no good.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Fall. Covered by Satoransky. To the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Papanikolaou. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
These are his first free throws of the game. And that's good as he hits both shots. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Parker outside. Fournier covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Parker. Ball stolen. Here's the break. Here's Papanikolaou. Drills it from deep. 9 points in the game.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, no one's on you, great shot there. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
We've got 1:48 left in the third. Locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Shots good by Satoransky.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
With the drive, banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring. Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Pass to Vezinkov. There's the triple. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds in the game. Out to the wing. The 3-ball. That shot off the mark.
He's fallen into a bit of a slump this quarter. How quickly things can turn.
Here's Fournier. And he banks in the layup. Fournier's got 5 points in the quarter.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
The rebound by Vezinkov.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Second personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for the away team.
First one falls for him.
0. At the line for 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. He's got 10. Puts up a deep 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Up by 6. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Here's Evans. Pass to Dorsey. 6 on the shot clock. Blocked! Here's Vesely. Fires the three. Connects from downtown.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? And Dorsey gets it to go.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Right wing. Driving in. And there it is for him.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
There's the three. No good on that one. He's 5 for 8. Here's the three. The offensive rebound. From deep three-point range. Shot is off. 4 for 7 in the game now. Evans has gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Shoots. Rebounded by Evans.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Peters has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Vesely. Here's Fall. The three is up. Drops in the three. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Checking in for your home team, Sadaransky. Cody.
The visitors with the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Evans. And there's the drive. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Sadaransky. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
A minute and a half left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Rebounded by Evans.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Here's Peters. Puts up a deep three. From beyond the arc and then some.
Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
Yeah, the cool thing is that they look like they're having a blast out there. Everyone on the same page, contributions across the board.
Satoransky shot is off. Here's Peters. Takes the three. Satoransky pulls it in. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Fall. And there's a pick. Fade away. Counted from distance. We've got 13 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Evans. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Papa Nicolau in at the small forward.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Yep, that one goes.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Thompson against Fournier. Here's Smits. That three off the mark. It's Fournier on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Papa Nicolau kicks to Fournier. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. And you take a look at this home team, they're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
When you look at this visiting team, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Now here's Beaubois. That one's in, his first shot this game. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. He's covered by Beaubois. Pass to Papa Nicolau. Here's Vezenkov. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to the away team.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Fall. To the wing on the left. Here's Papa Nicolau. Right wing, 6 to shoot. Fournier for 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. Vezenkov, 5 points in the game.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
No good on that one. Fournier against Beaubois. Outside Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock from deep three-point land. And it's Vezenkov missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And the call will be against Fournier.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Sabonis in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Nora. 1:41 left here in the first quarter. Smith's good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Fournier. Still scoreless. Hits the three-point bomb.
Fournier saying, you sink one on us, I'm coming right back at you.
Pass to Smiths. Here's Nora. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Thompson for the triple. Fall with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He's covered by Bobois. Pass to Vezenkov. Fires from deep. And it's Smith with the rebound. Here's Noron. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Here's Vezenkov. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Tries from the block. That shot is off. Thompson inside the line. Jump shot is good that time. 6 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Vezenkov. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Pass to Peters. To the middle. Fires for three. Good on the three-point shot.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Larkin. He takes it in, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Buries it from three-point range.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
And here's Johnson outside. Knocks down the three ball.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Now, I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
Here's Dorsey. No scoring in this one. Clock at 6. Banked in off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Up top, Bryant. Three-pointer, Willis. It's hauled in by Dorsey. Takes a three. Poirier grabs the miss. Evans against Willis. Here's Larkin. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here's Evans outside. No good on that one. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Larkin kicks to Bryant. Off target with his 3. Here's Dorsey, defended by Bryant. No good on the 3. Dorsey's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Bryant the pass to Larkin.
2 minutes remaining.
To Bryant.
2 minutes.
Johnson outside. Pass to Larkin. Here's Poirier. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Away team ball.
On Thursday and then on Sunday.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line.
He's off on the first.
Evans taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Got a piece of it. 1:36 left to play in the first half. On the wing, Bryant. Still yet to score. Pass to Poirier. Johnson outside. On the wing, Bryant. Into the lane, and he lays it straight in. 1:09 left now here in the second. Evans feeling it out a bit. Now Dorsey. Back to Evans. From deep. Good on the triple. Evans has got 4 this quarter.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Johnson dishes to Bryant. Back to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Driving inside. And Johnson with the stuff.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Offensive rebound. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
He misses the free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Here's Nwora. Smits. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Leading by just 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
No doubt these guys can shoot the lights out, but I've got an idea. Let me stand right in front of the rim. Let's see how many they make in a row.
Adding obstacles to the...
This game won't stay close. They continue to shoot under 40%. Move the ball, man. Create high-quality looks. They also...
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've got Thompson, and it's Bobois in the point guard. Here's Vazenkov. With a tie, And that one is good. Vezenkov's got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the shooting guard position. And it's Smits missing. Smits has gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Driving the lane, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Pass to Fournier. Down low, here's Vezenkov.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Bobois, the pass to Smits. Here's Oturu. Pass to Smits from outside the arc. It's good from long range. 8 points for him.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Fournier for 3. Bobois pulls it in.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Thompson is doubled. Bobois right side makes it off the glass. Bobois got his second basket of the game.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
He's covered by Bobois. Back to Fournier. Puts up a deep 3. They get it again. Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Fall. Outside Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. Still without a basket. Launches a 3. Thompson with the rebound. A tight game here in Charlotte. How about this run crank they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Here's Smits. He's got 8. And he goes in for the dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Now here's Thompson. 1:29 left here in the third quarter. Drills the three-pointer.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. .110 left in the third quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. He has yet to score. And it's Vezenkov missing.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by Fournier. They set the pick. Pass to Smits. Clock at 4. He takes it in, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Out to the right wing. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Pass to Oturu. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Stolen by Thompson. And we've reached the end of the third. They lead by 7. We've got more hoops coming your way in. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Johnson is out there with Willis. Then it's Bryant. And it's Larkin in at the point guard. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And they're pushing it up. Peters misses. Peters has gone 1 of 3 on the night. And a deep three from Bryant. Good. And the nice assist from Willis.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
From deep, Evans, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Larkin, covered by Evans. 6 on the shot clock. Larkin kicks to Bryant. Poirier can't hit the putback. Now Dorsey. It's Evans on the wing. Pass to Dorsey. Johnson with the block. And they get it back. Three-pointer. Dorsey, that's good.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Poirier passes to Johnson. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two teams.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Thompson. And a missed layup.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Here's Evans, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Evans at the line for 2.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Vezenkov, defended by Bryant. Pass to Vezenkov. To the inside, just 4 to shoot. Now, here's Willis, guarded closely. Willis has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far, and it's Evans in the corner. Over to the wing.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Dorsey. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Dorsey's got only 1 of his 3s to drop for him. He's got 5 attempts. And that one is hammered home.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Here's Evans driving inside. And the dunk by Evans.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And Bryant kicks to Willis. 1:29 left in the fourth. And it's Willis finishing it off.
Well, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Pass to Dorsey. The 3 trains the three-pointer.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Thompson outside. Willis, the pass to Johnson. Back to Willis. Johnson the screen.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
First personal foul, third team foul.
.52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Fournier passes to Fall. Evans outside. There's the pick. And it's Smith with the rebound. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Evans. Yes!
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Away team foul. First personal foul, first team foul. Into the lineup.
Here's Thompson. 3-second difference between shot clock and game ball. Johnson surveying the floor. Willis, the pass to Johnson.
Away team foul. Evan Fournier. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Johnson.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
From deep, Evans. Johnson with the rebound. Beyond the arc. No good. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. It was a fantastic ball.
NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chimezie Metu. He's out there with Willie Hernan Gomez, and it's Parker in at the 3. Now here's Satoransky. Defense right on him. Defended by Thompson. Lets it fly. Oturu with the rebound. To the paint. And they're on the break. On the wing, Thompson. Covered by Satoransky. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Now here's Parker. Fires the 3. And he can't get that one. Thompson left side. Pass to Smits. We played just over a minute here in the first. 3-pointer off the mark. The 3 is up. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Here's Nora. Takes a 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Pass to Satoransky. Here's Metu. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Satoransky. Knocks down the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Bobois, covered by Satoransky. The 3 from Thompson drains the triple.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Satoransky passes to Hernan Gomez. Beyond the arc. On target from range.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
They set the pick. Here's Bobois. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
3 points.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Smits to the left side wing. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. No good, and that makes him 0 for 3.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Parker. And the 3 off target.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Wide open. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Defended by Thompson. From outside the arc. Drops in the 3. He's got 9. 1:24 left in the first quarter of the game. Launches a 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Defended by Thompson. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Satoransky. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Here's Smits. Still without a bucket. Fires in the triple.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Pass to Satoransky. Here's Metu. The three. Offensive board. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. He buries it from three.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Takes the three. Second chance effort. Soft touch off the glass.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Up by 9. And back to the start of the second quarter. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
They've got Johnson, and it's Poirier in at center, filling out the middle.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Larkin. Off target from outside. Pass to Fall. Covered by Johnson. Knocks down the triple. Here's Willis. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. He gets it in there.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
For three. Here's Vesely. Takes a three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Outside Johnson. Fires the three. Here's Poirier. Outside Johnson. The three is up. It's hauled in by Fall. Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
Covered by Bryant. Offline with a three. The ball's knocked loose. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Larkin. No points yet. Pure from three-point range. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Three-pointer. Buries it from three.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Fires for three. Covered by Johnson. They set the screen. Clock at 4. Connects from downtown. 9 points in the game.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Bryant, the pass to Larkin. The three ball. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Oh, swiped away. In transition, here they come. Misses the three.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Covered by Bryant. Offensive rebound. This one for three. Stolen by Bryant. And here comes the break. Here's Willis. Yes, sir. And it's Bryant picking up the assist. Willis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from three and capitalized.
Here's the break. Finished off the break. Johnson's got 7 points.
Woo-hoo, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Johnson's got 1 3-pointer tonight so far in 4 tries. Here's Vesely. And there's the screen. Can't nail the jumper. And that'll do it for the first half of play. They're up by 10. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been
taking a look at the visitors, they've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the home team.
They're not applying.
And that is going to do it for us.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Thompson in the post. Here's Smits. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
We've got Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Metu in at the power forward position. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Here's Bobois, covered by Satoransky. Pass to Nora. And here's Thompson for 3. Satoransky pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's the 3. Parker, and that's good. Parker's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Smits. Lets the 3 fly. Drains the triple. Smits has got 5 points in the quarter.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Satoransky passes to Hernan Gomez. Satoransky outside. Inside. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Smits. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Parker. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Fades and shoots. That one's off. He's 4 for 9.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Here's Oturu. Pulls it from the top of the key and all around the rim that time before dropping. Bobois got 5 points. The visitors with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Satoransky outside. There's the three. It doesn't go for him. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Thompson scanning the floor. Shot from the wing. No good on the shot.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Jacks up a three. Misses again. Just 4 for 10 from the floor. Here's Boba. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Willing passers, unselfish play. Have to appreciate this kind of offense. Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Charging foul call
on Sunday, and on Sunday.
And that game against Athens, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. You just hope they are able to execute their game plan as it should be a close one.
No good on the triple. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Here's the pick. Pass to Oturu. Here's Fall. Defended by Thompson. Five on the clock. Down low. Here's Fall. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Back to Thompson. There's the triple. The shot misses. Thompson's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. From the arc. Knocks it down from distance. 7 seconds left in the third quarter here. Will it go? The shot off that time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 11. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Puts up a three. Sinks the tray.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Smits. Pass to Nora. To the middle. Here's Bobois. There's a screen. Fires the three. The shot no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
They get the rebound. Here's Vesely. Defended by Thompson. And it's Smits with a rebound. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute. That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
From deep. Hits the three-pointer. Here's Nora. From downtown. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Beyond the arc. Doesn't go that time. Pass to Smits. And a miss there on the triple. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Here's Vesely.
Ball is turned over. Coming onto the floor for the away team, number 0, Kevin Cody.
They've got a chance here to cut the deficit to within 10. Here's Beaubois. And yep, it's good.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Beaubois has gotten 4 of his 7 shots to go. Off target with the 3.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Here we go, one-on-one. From behind the arc. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Nora, no good. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Picked it out of midair. Thompson passes to Aturu. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2, Daniel Oturu.
Good on both. And 1:01 left to play in the fourth quarter. Down low. It's tipped. Clock at 6. The 3. The shot that time not on target. Outside Johnson. Here's Willis. And it's off from 3-point range. Covered by Bryant. From deep 3-point land. Rebounded by Johnson. And it looks like they just won't have enough left here at the end.
Yeah, they simply ran out of time and energy.
We're going the other way.
Home team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 17, Vincent Poirier.
The visiting club takes the win on the road.
That's the end.
It ends up being a fairly easy road win.